Welcome in, everyone. Got some news here for you for the weekend of July the 6th. So let's get to it. We've got a missing woman out of Arizona with some major developments in the case. I'll read you what it says down here. The remains of 45-year-old Kelly Patachowski, who was reported missing last weekend in Flagstaff area.
Today, we're here to provide an update regarding the investigation involving Mrs. Kelly Patachowski.
Let me introduce Senior Attorney with the Coconino County Sheriff's Office, Michael.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael Tunick. I'm the Senior Criminal Attorney at the Coconino County Attorney's Office, and I'll be reading from a prepared statement today. Earlier today, we reached an agreement in which the defendant, Daniel Patachowski, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, tampering with physical evidence, concealment of a dead body, and possession of dangerous drugs. This agreement requires the defendant to serve a 16-year term in the Arizona Department of Corrections, which is the presumptive sentence for second-degree murder under Arizona law. Defendant must serve every day of this sentence and is not eligible for early release of any kind. As part of that agreement, the defendant provided information leading us to Kelly Patachowski, the deceased victim, led us to her phone, her car keys, and the murder weapon. Defendant further agreed to an interview, which was completed this afternoon. In that interview, he answered all questions posed about the sequence of events and about his actions on June 30th, 2024. This agreement is the culmination of many hours of work between Coconino County Search and Rescue, Flagstaff Police Department, and the Coconino County Attorney's Office. We appreciate the thorough and really exemplary investigation done by the Flagstaff Police Department and the Coconino County Sheriff's Office, who also assisted with us. And that investigation really made this resolution possible. This is obviously a monumental tragedy for Kelly's family and her loved ones. We've been in close communication with Kelly's family throughout this process about this resolution, which we pursued to bring finality in a situation that has weighed heavily on this community. As the criminal case is still ongoing, our office will not be answering further questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tunick. I'm Colin C. I am the Deputy Chief of Operations for the Flagstaff Police Department. It truly is an honor to serve the men and women of this operations division who investigated this case this week. On the evening of June 30th, around 8 p.m., the defendant in this case and the husband of Kelly, Daniel Patachowski, called the Flagstaff Police Department Communications Center to make them aware of his wife being missing in the area of Lake Marion. And she was supposed to be on a run and swim in the area. This statement was later discovered to be an attempt to misdirect police resources. Kelly's family was able to locate Kelly's vehicle at the Campbell Mesa Trailhead, which is located on the opposite side of town, approximately 3 hours from the original call from Daniel. This led to the activation of the Coconino County Sheriff's Office Search and Rescue Division. Search and rescue operation immediately commenced, which involved nearly 50 search and rescue members from the Coconino County Sheriff's Office and the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office. This operation included ground searches, mountain bike searches, search dogs, drone technology, and the Department of Public Safety helicopter, all in an attempt to locate Kelly. There were approximately 60 registered community members who registered with our search and rescue team to attempt to locate Kelly, and countless other searchers from our community who were out trying to search for Kelly this entire week. In the morning hours of July 1st, our Criminal Investigations Division made discoveries at the Patachowski shared residence that turned this case into a homicide investigation, and that Kelly probably had been seriously hurt or possibly killed by Daniel in this case. We asked our community for information about Daniel or Kelly and their vehicles on Sunday, June 30th, and we were able to build this case based on Flagstaff coming together as a community and giving us great information and evidence. Our detectives were able to leverage technology in this case, which matched the multiple witness accounts of Daniel's movements on Sunday, June 30th. Earlier today, and sadly, our detectives learned of Kelly's location, and we also discovered critical items of evidence in this case. We regrettably learned that Kelly had been a victim of homicide by her husband Daniel, which pains each and every member of this organization and community. The Flagstaff community came together with its police department to solve this case. It could not have been done without our community. We humbly and proudly serve this great community, and this is an example of how quickly we can come together as one strong community. Thank you, and I can answer a couple of questions if you have any.
Was anyone else arrested in this investigation?
Ongoing.
Were there any 911 calls early on? And I know the timeline has it, but there was a struggle in the backyard. Was there any 911 call during that time to tell you guys that something's up?
No.
When is it possible for us to get like a full timeline of everything that happened?
We'll probably be releasing that probably in the weeks to come as the investigation unfolds.
I know you guys aren't releasing exactly where the investigation and where she was found for the investigation. Was it in one of the areas where Daniel reported it originally, or where Search and Rescue was looking?
Yeah, I can tell you, we received information from the community that did put Daniel in one side of the Flagstaff community, and she was located on that side of the community.
Thank you.
Let me read this article to you guys. This is from KNAU. Obviously, if you haven't already figured it out, this is out of Flagstaff, Arizona. It says that the investigation into the disappearance of Kelly Patachowski came to an end Friday after her husband helped law enforcement find her body as part of a plea deal. They would not specify where her body was found, citing the active investigation. They did confirm her husband, Daniel Patachowski, provided the information that led to where he had disposed of his wife's body, as well as her phone, car keys, and the alleged murder weapon. He agreed to plead guilty to second-degree murder, evidence tampering, attempting to hide a dead body, and possession of controlled substances. I want to know what these controlled substances were. Daniel Patachowski faces a presumptive term of 16 years in prison, the max sentence possible for second-degree murder conviction. That is awful, y'all. I think people get more time in jail for like drugs or something. He must serve the entire portion of the sentence as part of the plea deal. He was first taken into custody Tuesday on charges of aggravated assault and dangerous drug possession and use. He's been held in the Coconino County Detention Facility ever since. The arrest came after data from Kelly Patachowski's phone placed the device in the Schultz Creek Trail area Sunday morning. Daniel was observed there shortly after. The phone returned to the couple's Coconino Estates home shortly after noon. Kelly Patachowski's car was found at the Campbell Mesa trailhead, and surveillance footage showed her husband at the trailhead around the same time. Oh, when are they ever going to learn? There's cameras everywhere these days. Police said that he gave false testimony and tried to mislead the investigation as they searched for his missing wife. You think that all along they knew he did it then. Like, as soon as they got that footage, hello. I wonder how many days it took them to get that footage and realize he was in on it. An initial report released Friday afternoon also detailed how officers found blood on the ground outside of Patachowski's home. Ooh, a nearby resident also told a detective that they heard screams from the house Sunday. Investigators found clothing that appeared to be Kelly's in a trash bin placed on the street for pickup, along with other items like a camera in a case and a large amount of unused or unraveled twine. Well, good Lord. According to the report, police also spotted Daniel's nails had been cut extremely short. He also had 2 nicks, healing cuts or scrapes on the palm of his left hand and a small nick on the back of his right hand. I wonder if he used a knife. Okay, so the families asked for their privacy. Let me get some photos of her for you guys, because I know that you've seen some of them already. This is a picture of him and her. I'd like to hear what was going on during the time period of when he reported her missing versus when she was found. It seems like he was working with them for a little bit before they found her body. You know what I mean? So maybe for the last couple of days, he's been around helping them and working out this plea deal or whatever. Let's go ahead and watch this.
Yeah, so we're live here at the Campbell Mesa Trailhead where Kelly Palikowski's car was last seen. Now, the original 911 call was made by her husband, said that she came out to this trail to hike and swim. However, new information from police, including photos and cell phone data, suggests otherwise. Now, Flagstaff police say cell phone data pinpointed Kelly in the area of Schultz Creek Trail around 10:20 a.m. Sunday. Her husband, 58-year-old Daniel Palikowski, was seen in that area about an hour later. Police say Kelly's phone returned to their home in the Coconino Estates neighborhood around 12:13. Daniel reported Kelly missing that night, saying she went hiking at the Campbell Mesa Trailhead. However, police say they saw Daniel and Kelly's white Mazda at the trailhead around 1:30. Police interviewed Kelly's family, and Daniel was arrested for aggravated assault charges against his wife. Police say he's the suspect in the homicide investigation.
Yes, as of right now, we are still very widespread in our search and efforts to locate Kelly. Search and rescue from the Coconino County Department out there working. They just bring in some other resources from outside our area to assist with that.
Police are asking the public to keep an eye out for Kelly, but they added it's more of a recovery now than a rescue. And we did talk to Kelly's parents, but they're not ready to say anything on camera just yet. We did also speak to their neighbors, and the only thing they had to say is that the couple had been good neighbors.
Okay, so this article was written on July 1st. I don't know when, I'm assuming, well, yeah, so this was July 1st, right? So she went missing on the 30th of June. So they knew by the next day that he was involved, it seems like. I think from what I've seen, just in the cases I've worked on, with you guys or whatever, I think they're picking up these cameras pretty quick. I think it's like, boom, within hours, they'll be able to pull up and find out what was going on. And that's probably what happened. They probably pulled some cameras and then they brought him in, started questioning him. And then before too long, he gave him one story and then he jumped to another one. So, yeah, that's a sad case. He's 58 years old and she's 45. Oh, he's a lot older than her. I wonder what kind of drugs it was that he was on. I look forward to hearing more on that one. And who knows, that might be a case that we get to watch play out in trial. In court. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe on your way out. And feel free to leave a comment. Have a blessed day.